So I just want to save one of the most important tools for last, your tape measure. You'll have it with you all the time. This is another reason why I keep it on with me. You're constantly doing measurements. You're measuring from one side to the other. You're measuring your tile to see how big you're measuring to mark it. You really want to learn how to use one of these. Simple once you get it, but essential to do so. Now, we talked about how you got your 3/16 and your 1/8 and quarter. Like, what the heck is that? If you've never used one of these or you haven't used it much, that can totally just blow your mind. What I'm going to do is hopefully we can get this on camera. I'm really hoping this will work out. Now, let's start at, let's say, the 4-inch mark right here. This first notch on this particular tape measure, so if you can't see this, just hear what I'm saying. If you can pull out a tape measure of your own and walk along, that would be great. Stop it and go grab it. Your first notch here is a 1/16. So 1/16 of an inch. And I always use inches because all your tiles come in inches. I know some people are into the millimeters and stuff. I just recommend doing inches. It works a whole lot easier with feet and that kind of thing. Your next notch would be 2/16, also known as an 1/8. So that all you do is you take the 2/16, you cut it down, and you got 1/8, which is an 1/8. So it just keeps going up from there. So then after 2/16 would be 3/16, and then 4/16, and 4/16 is also a quarter. This will make sense after a while. If right now it doesn't, it will. I guarantee you. Once you've done it after a while, and worst comes to worst, just say 1, 2, 3, 4 notches in after the 4. If you have to do that, that's fine. Work that way. But that's what all those little notches are. Now, another thing about a tape measure, and it's not broken if it does this, but it'll wiggle up and down like that on the end. And that's so that if you butt it up against the wall or tile or something like that, then your measurements are good. But if you hook it on a tile, then it'll also be good. Because what it has to do, it has to account for this thickness here. Now, you don't have to know the logistics of it, but that's why it does that movement. And make sure it does. If you happen to get this into some mortar and it starts to harden and this doesn't move, that could totally throw off your measurements, so be really careful with that. Just keep it clean. I've had this tape measure a real long time. I've used a lot of tile jobs with it. And it's just to grab your rag, wipe it off if you happen to dunk it in, no problem, but keep it clean. And it'll serve you really well. But this one was only $6. Great little tape measure. You can spend like 30 or 40 bucks on a tape measure. Highly overkill. These work just fine. Don't buy the wee little guys and try and work with that. That's no fun either. But this simple one, it's a 25-footer and works well. So that is that.